The balance looked wrong before my brain admitted it. I refreshed the app twice, then once more out of superstition, as if numbers could reassemble themselves if I stared long enough. The apartment was quiet in that early, suspended way. Coffee not yet brewed, suit bag hanging from the door handle, my phone face down on the table like it was ashamed to be the messenger. $15,000 doesn't disappear by accident. It doesn't slip between couch cushions or wander off with the lint. It leaves with intent. I didn't panic. That surprised me later. What I felt first was a kind of narrowing, breath shorter, hearing sharper. The wedding list ran through my head without my permission. Florist deposit cleared yesterday. DJ balance due tonight. Venue final payment scheduled for the morning. All of it neat. All of it planned. All of it suddenly exposed. I called my brother because I wanted confirmation, not because I thought he'd apologize. There's a difference, and I knew it before he picked up. He didn't deny it. He didn't even sound defensive. He sounded bored. "Relax," he said. "I'll put it back. I just needed it for a few days." "For what?" I asked. There was a pause, like he was scrolling through reasons and none of them were worth the effort. "Does it matter?" Then the line that settled everything into place. "Come on. It's not like you'd use it. You don't even have a real family." The words didn't sting so much as they labeled something I'd been pretending wasn't there. He wasn't just taking money. He was cashing in on a story he'd always told himself, that I was temporary, optional, a holding pattern until something better showed up. I thought of every loan that came back late or not at all. Every time I'd swallowed the discomfort because making it a problem felt like more trouble than it was worth. Every holiday where I paid for groceries and told myself it was easier this way. I didn't argue. I didn't ask him to understand. I didn't remind him that tomorrow I'd be standing in front of people promising a life with someone I chose. I just said, "That's about to change," and ended the call. The decision that followed didn't feel dramatic. It felt administrative. I reported the transfer. I documented the account access. I answered questions from a woman whose voice stayed neutral the entire time, who treated what had happened as a solvable problem, not a family drama. That was the moment authority entered, not with sirens or speeches, but with procedure, with timelines, with forms that had boxes for facts and no space for excuses. By the time the sun came up, the system had done what systems do when you tell them the truth clearly. The emails arrived in a sequence that felt almost polite. The florist canceled first, citing non-payment, refund pending. The DJ followed with a short message that ended in a generic apology and a line about policy. The venue refunded automatically once the scheduled payment failed, an algorithm enforcing a boundary I'd never managed to hold on my own. I sat at the table with my coffee finally made, watching confirmations stack up like dominoes falling in slow motion. There was no chaos in it, just consequence. My phone buzzed, then buzzed again, then didn't stop. The family group chat, quiet for months, ignited like someone had thrown a match into dry grass. Questions, accusations, someone tagging everyone with frantic optimism, as if volume could reverse a transaction. My brother's name floated through the thread without him saying a word. I didn't respond. Silence, I was learning, could be an action. My mother called mid-morning. I let it ring twice before answering, not out of strategy, just because I needed the breath. She didn't ask if I was okay. She didn't ask what happened. She started screaming about embarrassment, about guests flying in, about how this made the family look. Her voice carried the familiar urgency that had always meant, "Fix this so we don't have to feel it." I listened longer than I usually did, long enough to hear where concern ended and blame took over. When there was finally space, I said calmly, "The money was taken without permission. It's being handled." "Handled how?" she demanded. "By the bank." That's when her anger sharpened. Authority, when it's not on your side, can feel like betrayal. "You couldn't just talk to him?" she said. "You had to make it a whole thing?" I looked around the apartment. The suit bag, the empty space where centerpieces would have been stacked, the quiet that felt heavier now but also cleaner. "I did talk to him," I said. "This is the result." There was a long pause. I could almost hear her recalculating what leverage still existed, what guilt might work. "You're overreacting," she said finally. No, I said. I'm reacting appropriately. I didn't explain further. I didn't justify the process or the timing. I told her the wedding might look different now. I told her the marriage wouldn't. I told her I wouldn't discuss money with anyone outside professionals going forward. She accused me of tearing the family apart. I thought of the way $15,000 had vanished so easily, like it had never belonged to me in the first place. I didn't tear anything, I said. I stopped holding it together alone. After the call, the apartment felt very still. Not peaceful, just honest. The rest of the day passed in small, practical adjustments. Calls made. Expectations reset. A conversation with the person I was marrying that didn't involve panic, only planning. We talked about what mattered, and what didn't, and how strange it was that losing something had clarified so much. There was no victory lap. No moment where anyone admitted they were wrong. Some messages went unanswered. Some probably never would be. That night, I hung the suit bag back in the closet and turned off the light. The wedding would happen, just not the way anyone had pictured, including me, and for the first time that didn't feel like a loss.